Doom. The great doom is coming.
The sins of the father are heaped upon the son.
You have no clue the power this book possesses.
I know those who seek it mean to do this city harm.
Before it can be truly saved,
Gotham must be burned to the ground.
Talking dead folks, reptile plagues, it's not natural.
It's a cult that has long ties to Gotham.
Spirit, come to us now.
I can't pretend to know exactly what I'm about to face, but I do know that I must stop it.
We mean to give this city purpose and honor the damnation which bore it.
Mercy.
What did this?
Master Bruce, what's happening to you?
What needs to happen?
Bruce Wayne must die. And through death, become this city's savior.
hello, Bruce.
It can't be.
Hello and welcome to Animations Anonymous. Today we will be covering the recent, well, it's 3 months old, but whatever, 2023 animated movie called Batman the Doom to Gotham. I'm Zach.
And I'm Greg.
So here we go. So this movie is about Batman versus Lovecraft, literally. Set in the 1920s, it's based off a 3-issue comic book arc of the same name written by the creator of Hellboy, Mike Mignola, and Richard Peck, I think. So I like the art style in this movie.
Yeah.
I like some of the ideas, but otherwise I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, like, I like it and I don't like it. Like,
it was different.
I'm just like,
Have you read the original book?
No.
No, I haven't either.
I know it's weird. Like, Comic Pop did an episode on on the books.
The books.
And it's basically pretty much the same.
Really? Okay.
Like, they changed, obviously, for purposes, they changed, like, so in the book, I think it's all 3 Bat Boys.
Okay.
All 3 Robins, but they changed it to Jason Todd and Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
So in Gotham by Gaslight, it's fucking Batman, Jason, and Tim. In this one, it's obviously Cassandra Cain, Jason Todd, and Dick Grayson.
I think in not Gotham Knights. Gotham. I think Gaslight. They had the 3 boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one they changed it for Cassandra Cain.
Yeah. Gotta get a Goyle in there.
Representation things.
Yeah. I figured, but it was weird, because, I was like, wait, is that who I think it is? But, the name was changed just a little bit, and then I was like, no, I think it's still, because, why is it that their names were changed, but there was still a Barbara Gordon, or a Jim Gordon, or Bruce Wayne, but,
yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Because I guess, well, also it's 1920s, so I don't know if they just changed them because, Cassandra Cain's, Asian, or Oriental descent, and then Jason Todd was changed to Indian or
Sanji, I think his name is, yeah.
Sanjay, and he goes by Jay. I don't know, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The dude popping out his eyes, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It was weird. And then, there are all these dudes cheeked up in this movie. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of cheeks. Etrigan, Cobblepot.
And then
the other demon.
Yeah, the flame dude. And I'm just like, I don't...
A lot of cheeks.
A lot of cheeks.
A lot of butt cheeks.
Rotten butt cheeks at that.
They're not pretty to look at, we'll say.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. So are all the villains in this show in the comic too?
I believe so.
Okay, because I know Gotham by Gaslight, they added all those guys, right?
They added a bunch. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they took both plots and smushed them together.
Yeah, because I know. Well, in Gotham and Gaslight, they added like all those villains, right?
Yeah, like the Poison Ivy stripper isn't in there.
Yeah.
The
James
what else
Gordon reveal isn't there.
isn't in that one.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it from his uncle because it's kind of obvious. Oh, Uncle Todd, you're my only living relative. And does he appear anywhere else in Batman lore? Nope.
Nope.
Or is it Uncle Phil? It's Uncle Phil. That's
Uncle.
what it is. But yeah, I don't know. It was cool. I adore the animation, how it looks. It's very boxy and very looks easy to draw, but I'm sure it's complicated.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy looked good.
Oh yeah, I loved her design, especially when she went the monster.
Playing it thing. Yeah, and Batman turning into Batman Bat was Purple
Yeah.
Man Bat, nonetheless. I was like, okay.
It was different. The scene, there were a lot of scenes though that were pretty cool, like like Poison Ivy becoming the monster. I loved when Bruce goes into the spirit world, or whatever, and talks to his dad, like when he turns into the zombie and then he turns into the skeleton, and it's like
fire.
That's pretty cool. That is really cool. A lot of the creepiness of everything, like so was that Killer Croc?
Yes.
Okay, so
As far as I know.
Killer
yeah.
Croc,
Killer Croc's in it.
the dude that I pretty much assumed was Mr. Freeze.
Yes, but they changed it, so they took stuff from Mr. Freeze, but it's not actually Victor Freeze.
I wasn't expecting to see Dick's character and Jason Todd's character get killed either. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect Jason Todd to get frozen.
Right.
He freezes to death.
Yeah.
And then Dick gets hentai'd.
It's smashed in different ways. Oh my god.
And then the weird thing where the dude, the Lovecraftian horror, sticks his tentacle down Gordar, whatever the hell.
Yeah, the dude,
Gorthon?
Mr. Freeze dude.
Yeah, down his throat, and it's like, oh, okay, this is weird. And he pukes it. Talia stabs him, and he pukes it up, and then there's this ball of...
It goes Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Very...
Yeah, that's like it's very like you're gonna get the creep factor and the very weird factor, but like I dig it. I definitely dig it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the story, like the idea. I'm just like, I don't know. And then Harvey just becomes a husk. Like, attached to fucking the room that he was in. Or if they moved him.
I thought it was funny, the line where he's like, I'm told it's Poison Ivy. Think about a second opinion.
I thought it was funny when he's like, kill me.
Yeah. Whoever you are, just kill me. And then they fucking made him fate worse than death, made him like a fucking entryway.
Yeah.
So like Talia and Raish are the main baddies in this.
Yeah. And Raish looks like fucking Captain Nemo from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
What did I think he looked like? I thought he looked like Jafar from Aladdin. And then you could also like put an N on his head. It looks like Cortex, Crash Bandicoot. So they were the main villains, and they were trying to summon the monster, and then pretty much the plot, which I'm sure it was probably in the original comic, but like I swear we can't go a Batman story without seeing fucking Martha and Thomas murked.
Yeah.
At least this one was different. Martha's like neck gets broken on the fucking step, and then
Thomas gets
stabbed, and then it's by Oliver Queen's dad.
Yeah.
Which Oliver Queen in the story I like too. He was poor bastard, like an alcoholic, and he's like riddled with guilt, but then like ends up in his dying breath helping, and like that moment between him and Bruce, that was pretty powerful.
One. Yeah.
Because like he feels shame for what his dad did, and Batman's like, he did what he did.
Right.
You died a good man. Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Lewis in Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Luis did do bad stuff. All Oliver did, I think, was just get drunk.
Right.
But it sounds like the story and the lore in this game. So it's like, I think the setting was like, it's like 20 years after his parents' death.
Yeah, something like that.
And they went on a voyage for some reason.
Yeah, to find the Cobblepot expedition to Antarctica or some shit is
Okay.
like, oh no! Like, they never return, so Bruce goes out to find him because Bruce is like a traveling... Like, this is basically Batman Year One,
Yeah.
but not.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, because, like, this is, like, his... I feel like this is his first time as Batman.
Right.
In this universe, so, like...
Or at least putting on the costume.
Yeah.
Like, he's done other stuff, but it's just not... I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever, man.
What do you think of the suit?
I like it. It's basically Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's neat.
verbatim.
It's cool though, like, cause like his mask kind of reminds me of animated series and such.
And his jawline and all that stuff.
What do you think of the
They
guy that
reminded
played
me
him?
of the Batman too.
Oh. Who
he's
played?
good.
He's from Grimm or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people in this movie that I'm like, I don't know who the hell that is. John DiMaggio plays Gordon.
That's what I recognize too, John DiMaggio.
That's it. That's all I recognize.
I swear, John DiMaggio has like the most recognizable voice in anything. Like, I was playing Spider-Man 2 and recognized him as Rhino. In the latest Transformers movie that came out, he plays a fucking giant bomber plane.
Oh, nice.
Like, I was like, that's
Wait,
John
is
DiMaggio.
it a Transformer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he plays like an old ass man who like fucking coughs up an engine, and of course the team look at it and go, "Fuck that," but they end up riding in him anyway, of course.
I thought the voice actor did good. Like, it's nothing to write home about. He's not a Conroy or a Bruce Greenwood, but like, it sufficed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, oh, that was terrible. It's not.
Seeing him go crazy was different too. Where
Yeah.
and like staring into what they think is he's yelling into a void.
Into a cave. But no! He's fucking... I don't know if he's actually talking to Kirk Langstrom's body.
I think he
or
is.
if he's
Because, like,
hallucinating.
well, both. So, like, when they come home, they find Kirk Langstrom's body in the building, and they never turn him into the police.
Oh.
I think he ends up throwing him into the cave and talking to him because, like, in the beginning of the movie, when they find the Mr. Freeze dude, that's where Bruce sees the monster under the ice, and that's when he goes crazy.
So maybe that's when why he became Batman. Before that, maybe he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he's not Batman.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the first time he's putting on the suit. Although he has it ready, so I could be wrong.
Because I know in like they said like the bat.
Because when he gets murdered, he runs to the bell tower.
Yes.
And then all the bats
all the
start
bats.
talking to him and other things.
But yeah, I think he started talking to the body because like the body was. It's set because like in the hallucination, the body screamed its name, Langstrom. Yeah. So I think probably in his head, he was thinking like, well, if he could tell me that, then he could tell me
what the hell am I
other
supposed
answers.
to do?
But of course, everybody on the outside looking in is like, oh my god, he's losing his fucking mind.
Right.
Another thing I like too is like everybody knows it's Bruce. They don't. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They know Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Like from Alfred bringing Lucius down to like Batman coming up and finding Oliver's body after Oliver kills Poison Ivy. He goes, "Oh, it's a nice costume."
I like the night look, and I thought the Saint Richard, or I don't know, I'm sure it was the blood of Christ or something on those 4 arrows. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then when Dick, Jason, and Oliver all get resurrected, and he has to stab them with arrows. That was cool.
Yeah, and which I want to say it was Dick's like fucking body, where it was like it reminded me of Resident Evil 4 when like you fight the final boss, like in his name Salazar. No, not Salazar. No, that's not. No, Salazar is the little dude, isn't he?
I thought it.
No. Fuck, I'm breaking on his name, but
Sadler.
Sadler. So when
they both start with S and Sal, and it's like fuck.
In the original game, but when he goes into his final form, like his mouth opens wide and an eyeball comes out. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, Jesus, it's fucking freaky.
Right, and then I don't know, I kind of groaned when Oliver's like, "Go kick their ass, Bruce." Is
yeah.
Like, ugh.
Couldn't just left it alone. And like. I did. I kind of smirked when I said, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah, that too.
But then it's like kicked her ass, Bruce. I was like, all right, whatever.
And then Talia fighting him. I don't know. There's parts of the movie that I like. Maybe if I wasn't tired or laying down, I would have enjoyed it.
I mean,
I don't hate it. That's the thing. Like,
I think another thing is like I think that all the Talia and Raish stuff is the same every fucking time they're on it in a Batman thing. It's the same thing. It's like you can only retell the story so many times. I get it, but it's like, oh. Also, they're also, by the sounds of it, this was from a comic book from like 2001. So like, it sounds like they're pretty close to the source material. So it's nothing on the.
Apparently, it's almost verbatim. They didn't cut a whole lot out of it.
So yeah, so we applaud that. But it's like from then till now, this is like 20-something years of a lot of different Batman things that's telling the same story, only a little twinge to it. But again, it's the same thing, you know.
I don't know. I liked it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth watching.
Terrible. And maybe if I'll give it a sec, because you said you enjoyed it on your rewatch.
Yeah.
There are things I like the animation's so goddamn good in this movie.
Yeah.
It's really smooth compared to some other things they've been doing recently. Not necessarily like Long Halloween's got smooth animation too, but like, I don't know, some of the Justice League War movies were rough. A lot of it seemed rushed and cut, you know.
Yeah.
Like Young Justice is cut budget and all that jazz, but yeah. I don't know. I would recommend it.
Definitely. Fucking
Just if it's a one-time watch, then it's a one-time watch.
Yeah.
But it's on HBO Max now. It's been out since March, so
yeah, definitely give it a whirl. I mean, it's not like egregious like if it's like verbatim from the comic. Definitely give it a watch because like it's not like egregious like Court of Owls or it's like nothing like the comic. Or I'm like, oh Jesus. That's why every now and again I'm like, I would love for them to do Death of the Family, but then like I'll remember like Court of Owls and go, oh no. Whoa. Or what was the other one where Riddler was Hush? I think it was Hush. It was Hush.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
What did you do?
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's certain times where I'm like, just take stories and adapt them.
Yeah.
Like, even if you take Court of Owls and break it into two, like the trades, so you do 6 issues for that and then do that, but maybe I'm crazy.
I don't know.
Because I like Walking Dead, even though I hate that show. But when Frank Darabont was running it for seasons 1 and 2, he kind of wanted to do a volume per season.
Yeah.
So, and AMC's like, no, we need more episodes, because originally it was going to be like, I think it's 6 to 8 episodes. So it's like, all right, book 1, Rick, yada, 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 blah. And then they added little stuff here and there that doesn't necessarily affect the overall overall narrative. And then season 2 was like, well, we gotta have 12 episodes now. Frank's like, I don't want to do that. And then they stretched the farm out
oh yeah, and then
everyone's like, ugh. And then after Frank left, it was just like, yep, this show is oof,
off a cliff.
Yep,
off the cliff it goes.
But yeah,
but like other than,
I liked how he was in shadows most of the time too. Like Batman being in shadows completely. Like you don't see him in the light very often until all the weird shit starts happening.
Like when Alfred opens the curtain and there he is at the window. Like, help me. What'd you think of Etrigan?
I like Etrigan, just not naked.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I like his little 10-year-old 1800s clothes or whatever. Like, he looks like a little boy in those clothes.
Right.
But
also I like they didn't do this for like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited where he talks in rhymes. I know they did it for Brave and the Bold and others.
Yeah. He rhymed in this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited,
he just talked normal.
He talks normal, kind of rhymey, but not like literal rhymes. Like I know in Brave and the Bold he rhymes, and this he rhymes. I think he rhymes in Young Justice. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I'm guessing they're like, I don't feel like fucking writing poetry.
Yeah, for Bruce Tim verse was like, fuck that shit. Just let him talk.
It's like fucking Thor. Yea, verily. Like, dude, no.
Jesus. Fucking, also, something funny. So there's a scene where Batman is calling, asking about if he has the one book.
Yeah.
That, like, Talia needs and shit. And this old man hears this, and of course, you see on his face, like, he's all surprised, like, oh, I've not heard of such a blah, 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 blah. But there's blah, he goes in that thing. Why is his first instinct to turn around and grab the book? And like, it's not one of those deals where he opens a drawer and pulls it out. It was like he had to turn it. He had to turn ahead, and then a whole like contraption opened up. There it was. He pulls it out. Like, after someone is asking about a book, I'd assume that's probably the first time that he was ever asked about that book. And again, his first instinct is to go through all the contraptions and get the book.
Clearly, they're running on Resident Evil logic.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to turn a statue one way, place a sticker here. And
yeah, and it opens, right? The puzzles, you know, like. But again, why? Why not just go? Oh, why not think to yourself? Oh shit! I was like.
We also forgot to mention that fucking Thomas Wayne, Oswald,
Yeah.
Arthur's dad, and Kirk Langstrom's dad were all in like a cult.
Yes. That's
Not
what.
kind of a cult.
Like-
they made a satanic ritual.
Yeah, worship thing. So is this actually Cthulhu or is there something else?
I don't think they can actually
legally call him
use
Cthulhu. Yeah,
right.
but something similar to it.
Yeah.
So like they worshiped this thing and they became immortal until they were like brutally killed.
Right.
Like I want to say.
Well, the one dude committed. I think Langstrom's father committed suicide.
Yeah.
And then Thomas got murdered by Oliver's dad, who I think also died.
Yeah.
And then Oswald's still alive in the Antarctic, naked with mutant penguins.
Yes. Living his best life.
Raised by penguins.
He was raised by penguins. It's a hell of a time.
Right.
Yeah, he looks freaky too. Like he's pale white. He's covered in those like that zit shit.
Boils.
You know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And those penguins are weird too. Like, I don't know.
Scary looking thing. So the final fight
is cool and not cool at the same time. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
So like, I don't know. So eventually like, so how he gets there, of course, is the conversation with Thomas Wayne was. It's funny because like in the beginning, he's like this. There's obviously a logical explanation to all of this,
Right?
And it can't be something supernatural. That's just ridiculous. But then it's funny when Batman.
It's a typical Batman.
Yeah.
Stance.
Yeah, and Batman has to go through Barbara Gordon, who in this universe is Oracle, and she's condemned to Arkham because she's a fucking
Crazy person.
Yeah, she's she can like speak with ghosts and tell the future and such, and I think she's blind as well.
It looks like it.
Yeah, because she's wearing sunglasses in a room, so I'd assume
In an asylum, in a weird like speaker chair. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if she can't talk normally, so she has to like speak through the the thing.
So like like a vocal cord thing.
Yeah,
It was interesting. So then, throughout the movie, she's calling constantly because like she's trying to get a hold of Batman because I think she foresaw shit coming.
Yeah.
As soon as like she probably knew as soon as he came back, that's when she needed to get a hold of him. So when he finally goes sees her and sees Thomas Wayne, and like I said, that awesome scene where like he turns into the zombie and then he turns into the skeleton, still telling the story.
Yeah.
And such. So then eventually it leads to Bruce Wayne finding him. Them being Talia and Raish, and then having the fight, and then Raish becomes the giant Cthulhu monster, and then he becomes the giant bat monster, and then
they fight, and then he stabs. No, that's right. He cuts off his arm. I thought he cut him in half.
Me too.
Like
it was
Mortal
like,
Kombat.
Like,
just,
Jesus.
But it's PG-13, so it was just his arm, and then he gets hentai powers.
Yes.
And then it's a giant bat versus Cthulhu man tentacle thing, and then Bruce sees the deity and goes crazy.
Yeah.
And is about to go full-blown crazy, and then Etrigan says his name, and he grabs the vial, smashes the vial, and then Etrigan comes out and goes, "Oh, be who you're supposed to be, Bruce Wayne's supposed to die, yada yada yada."
Yeah, Bruce Wayne's supposed to die so he may be born again or live or something like that, become the giant bat thing.
True self or some shit.
Yeah, and then the ghost wrapped in bats, ghost wrapped in flames, which is Etrigan. Which Etrigan earlier was like, I think he got caught by Talia, and that's why he was put in a vase.
Tube.
Yeah,
yeah, because she sent the fire demon thing.
Yeah,
and replaced Etrigan with the demon thing.
Yeah.
The fire demon, which kicks Bruce's ass. So does Killer Croc.
Yes. Which...
There's another fight that I'm forgetting.
I'm trying to think. Was it the... Was it with Batman?
Yeah. There's Croc, Penguins. Those are
The
totally
final
out of
fight.
order. The final fight. Talia. The fire demon thing. Poison Ivy.
And Arthur.
Yeah.
Or not Arthur. Oliver.
Yeah. Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
But yeah.
Something.
Fucking whatever.
Whatever. It'll come back to us after we're done recording.
Always.
Always do. But, so, the ending's like his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And he being Batman, of course, Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne's funeral, and is it Kaylee? Kane. What was it?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, something like it. It's Cassandra Kane, of course. Cassandra is like giving the eulogy, and then of course it zooms into Batman being actually alive still and
In the belfry.
watching over. Yes, there's a bat in my belfry.
Yeah.
What's fun? Oh, and another thing. It's funny. All these things pop up. This is what happens when you don't have notes. It does. Everything just all comes in at once. One thing that was funny was when they came back to the mansion after the 20-year journey. They kept calling it's not a wine cellar, it's a cave.
Yeah.
But like they kept going back and forth on it. It's so like that was of course goofy, but overall though I think the movie. Like I said, I think the movie's good. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Like, definitely, like, check it out. Do you have to watch it? Is it one of those, like, all-timers? Probably not. But, like, it was definitely, like, an interesting take on Batman.
It's worth, you know.
It's different. If you want to see a different version of, like,
It's like, I don't know.
what sold me on Gotham by Gaslight was just, like, oh, it's Batman, but in, like, old-time England.
Steampunk. Yeah.
But steampunk, old-time England. Oh, fuck yeah, I'll watch that. It's Batman,
Same
but
thing.
Lovecraftian. Well, hell yeah, I'll watch that, you know?
And then you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like parts of it, other things I'm just like there's a lot of just talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
A lot of
not that I'm
exposition.
one of those people where it's like, no, I have to have action like every 5 seconds like most people are, but I'm just like,
So do something.
right. There's a lot of static camera angles and all that stuff, so I don't know.
Oh, the worst one was when Harvey gets elected and it's Raish and Talia listening in, and like literally like they're not moving. It's just a static image and them slowly panning to the radio, and then the Mr. Freeze dude like just chilling there,
Right?
literally. But other than that, would you definitely not one of the worst ones though. But like,
no,
is it
it's not Killing Joke. It's not. What was the other bad one we did?
Court of Owls? Oh, there's that one, but we didn't do that one.
We didn't do that one. There's
I'm trying to remember what was the bad ones we
Killing
did.
Joke. Something else that we did that was bad. I don't remember. But anyway, so it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
Maybe give it 1 or 2 watches just to... I'm going to have to watch it again because, like I said, I watched it in 3 mini parts all in the same day because I took a nap because I'm a loser.
So why don't you kill me?
Yep. Let me kiss the sky. But yeah, so that's Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham.
Yes.
Greg plugs
You can follow me.
orifices.
You can follow me, Moondog Murray, on Twitter, Moondog Greg Murray on Instagram and Facebook, and of course check out the YouTube channels as well. Shellshock Network VOD. I believe, as of this recording, the main channel I think is going to be moved to the VOD. I think we're going to just keep up I think we're going to keep everything that's on the main channel. We're going to leave it alone. But I think
The VOD's
everything's
just
going
gonna
to
be the main channel.
It's going to become the main channel and be renamed soon. So like, just start uploading everything into that. So that way we just have one channel, one thing. So
you can
compilations
get
can go there, shit like that can go there. So monetize my ass. But I wish, but no, I doubt that. But you know, it's there.
You
so
can live the dream.
live
bro.
the dream, damn it.
You can find me on Twitter at Noir1930. Also at Instagram, there's cool toy photography. You can also see me on Shellshock Network. Well, see, hear my nasally ass voice.
My nasally ass.
Yeah. Shellshock Network, doing Drunk in Your House, Animations Anonymous, show you're listening to, and Marked Media. So, until next time, folks, adios.
Yeah. All right.